Hello, good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Tel Talks Talk Show. Tonight on the show, we've got a bumper episode. We're going to be talking about London Film Comic Con this weekend we just attended. So we've got lots to talk about there. We've got maybe a bit of England chat. Congratulations to England, the men's team, into the Euro 2024 final. So Joe and I will at least be in a very, very good mood tonight. We've also got loads of other stuff to talk about. The Twisters premiere. Joe and I attended the fan pit earlier in the week. That was great fun, so we've got that to talk about. And then there's been a lot of movie news. So we've got some movie news to talk about, some new releases coming out, some film trailers have dropped. Got Deadpool and Wolverine coming up as well. And we've got the Acolyte to discuss. I finally caught up on the Acolyte, so we're going to chat a little bit about that, unfortunately. So we've got to cover it. We have got to cover the Acolyte. So let's bring in Dino Joe, and we'll bring in Coombsy as well. Let's bring them both in. How are you doing, boys?
Oi. Hello. Very good. Nice to see you both.
Coombsy, how you doing, mate? Is it cold down where you are? You just got a hat on.
Well, actually, yeah, I've got my hat on because I don't know what it is. Like, I have some kind of weird bug at the moment. That it feels like it's cold when I don't know what's going on, but I was wearing a hat, so.
I was gonna say you got Comic Con flu, but it couldn't be Comic Con flu. So we're going. So let's get straight into it. Then we're going to chat about London Film Comic Con, and Coombsy, you will be able to get involved with this, so don't worry. So we'll see. We've got Wayne in the chat, and we've got Corey. Good to see you guys. So let's get straight into it, guys. So London Film Comic Con, Joe and I attended this weekend. Mark was also there with us. So Joe, your initial thoughts on the con for the amount of time that we was there?
It was busier than I thought it was going to be. It didn't feel like an LFCC purely because, as you'll see from Tel's thumbnail and the thumbnail of tonight's video, there is no posters or no advertisement for any films within the Olympia, and it made the place feel like you're in King's Cross rather than LFCC. It was really bizarre, actually.
Very grey.
It was really strange. Yeah, it was. It felt like winter because the weather wasn't particularly brilliant either, and it felt quite bleak. It was a very strange atmosphere. It was very calm, and I enjoyed myself. But yeah, just a bit odd, I'd say.
It felt like a Sunday con, didn't it? On the Saturday.
It did, yeah.
I was thinking, like they could have literally had their own London Film Comic Con posters. You know, like literally promote yourself. You know, if you haven't got a promoter, promote yourself.
Well,
got Milky's in the chat as well. Milky's been to LFCC, so Milky, you could of course chip in as well and have your say on LFCC. Go on, sorry, Coombsy.
Yeah, we've seen that they've now got like they're advertising more. There's a Comic Con. What was it that I sent you, Joe? Was it?
There's Cardiff and Glasgow.
Yeah, so they could have had banners for that.
Yeah,
because people come from all around the country for LFCC.
Yeah, and then the other weird thing was they promoted the November con, like almost secretly, didn't they? Like,
there was one tiny poster that literally was like A4. I was walking around with posters bigger on the side of the photo booth, and I was like,
we had actually, we physically had bigger posters than what they had to promote.
I saw that, went on the website, saw the price, and went, "You are taking the PP."
It's strong. It is strong. And then I think like with autographs, you got to take into the price of like with what you can get signed. You know, and people would like to get Funko Pop signed and merch. I don't think he's actually got merch yet, has he? Apart from posters and actual photographs.
I don't think he's even got a figure or a sonic screwdriver toy or anything.
I mean, it's too soon. It's too soon. Anyway, I've got a few bullet points to help us talk about the con. So first up is quality of guests. So we're going to chat about cons as a general, and first up is the quality of the guests. So the quality of the guests was the big issue with the con. We spoke about it previously. What did you guys make of the guests this year? And then there was even guests that cancelled on top of that didn't even attend. So
going from being there on the day, I can't fault any of the guests that I met or have interacted with other people. Everyone there was really, really good, where sometimes you get bigger names and they can be really disappointing, where everybody that I met and met with other people was genuinely top notch, and you could tell people wanted to actually be there. It, as you said, it felt like a Sunday. It was really sporadic the way people were like spread out, and like the Harry Potter guests were kind of like jotted around. They might have been in pairs, but it was like all random across the top floor. And then they had two doctors with Sylvester McCoy and Colin Baker, and Colin Baker was on his own by a staircase, like miles away on his own, and it was really weird.
Yeah.
The layout, and I know the one that is the biggest bug for you is that they had the two headliners with like Rupert Grint and Ray Winston, and they had them together in the furthest corner away, and the queues were like all meddled in one, and it was just a bit chaotic over there. Rather, it was just, yeah, very strange.
Yeah. We'll see what the chat's saying. Milky says, I liked how busy the floor looked in the vlogs. Not sure why no banner. Is it a sponsor thing or something else? I'd have been certain it would have been a Deadpool promotion or something. And that's the thing. Like last year, they had bloody Oppenheimer, the biggest film of the year in Oppenheimer. It wasn't like just a standard film. They had actual Oppenheimer as
What
the
was the other one they had? They had that Jordan.
They had
Peele
Migration.
Film.
Oh, Nope.
Yeah, Migration. Yeah, they had Nope.
Nope for when me and Coombs went.
Migration for Winter.
Argyle.
Yeah, Argyle was another one. So it was big films.
It's crazy, and then nothing, absolutely nothing on the sides. They did have the Deadpool and Wolverine water bottle promotion thing.
Yeah,
but you can buy them in the shops. Just anywhere.
It wasn't like official partner or nothing. It was more like it's just a stand. Paul's in the chat. Paul come said hello to us at the con. Didn't have a clue who it was until Paul told us who that is Paul from the lives. so thanks for coming and say hi, Paul. I do appreciate when people come and say hi. It's really nice and great to finally meet you. If you anything you want us to talk about, Paul, or if you want to talk about your experience at the con at the weekend, feel free to pop in the chat and we'll discuss it. Corey says, I've always said this Monopoly cons have the better quality of guests, and LSCC guests for winter are really good so far. Tom Savini been in the biggest one. Yeah, but he's been moved forward. I think he's been pushed about 3 cons in a row now. He was meant to be at this summer one.
Is he doing? Yeah, I think is it for the Love of Sci-Fi as well?
I couldn't tell you, mate. I have to look at. No, Full Love Sci-Fi is finished. It's not a thing, is it no more? That's cancelled. Yeah.
No, not sci-fi. Fantasy.
Yeah,
that's it.
He could be. He could be at the fantasy. Wilco's in the chat as well. Good to see you, Wilco. Any questions, mate? Do fire them in, and we'll get to it. I'll let Coombsy go. You want to pick a topic out of these for us to discuss?
Let's go with guest cancellations because this can be a finicky one.
Yeah, go on. So guest cancellations for this one. We had a few illnesses. That's about it, really. There's one with flight troubles. But because of the quality of the guests, there wasn't actually much of a big deal, was it? Because a lot of these people guess that. Oh yeah, there was a couple actually. I was going to say most of the guest cancellations I wasn't actually sure who they were, but there was a couple. Yeah, so go on, guys. I'll let you two.
Julian Glover was one that I think Mark and Joe wanted for.
He went.
Thrones.
He went.
Yeah, did he?
Yeah, Julian Glover was lovely.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Who? No, David Bradley.
Yeah, David Bradley and Kate Dickie, both Game of Thrones ones that cancelled. But Kate Dickie was very last minute. It was the day before, I think.
Yeah, I just don't like it how they move them to the next one. It's too far.
It doesn't make sense.
Yeah, you can't promise that. Like no one, we don't know what we're doing November time right now. I've not got my work schedule for November, let alone what they would have with their filming commitments. I did want to talk about guest cancellations because did anyone see the David Bradley cancellation today?
Where's he cancelled now?
So he's cancelled Comic-Con Derby, and they have these Comic-Con Manias are meant to have 4 guests. So you have 4 guests, then they're meant to be like semi-guests. So you try it's more of a closed-in con, more for the locals. So Comic-Con Derby, two of the guests cancelled. So you had David Bradley and you had Percy Weasley. And then today, David Bradley's cancelled. So the only guest you've got is Percy Weasley from Harry Potter. So that's the only guest. So I'm not sure what's going to happen with that con, if he's going to go or if the con's going to get cancelled. So, and it is this weekend when England are playing as well. So maybe that's why David Bradley is cancelled. But yeah, it must be a bit weird being.
He is a big football fan.
Surely.
Yeah, he's a
Where's he
Brummie,
from?
isn't he? He's a big Villa fan.
Oh, he's a Brummie. Oh.
Yeah, but Percy Weasley, the guy who plays him, that's a weird one. It must be a weird scenario for him. If people, or it might be a good money opportunity for him, you don't know. But for him to be the only guest at con is going to be very weird. I'm sure they're going to try and get like Mike Quinn and the Star Wars extras to try and fill a hole like normal. But yeah, guest cancellations they do happen all over. Let's have a look at the chat saying. Milky says that's what makes me worry about him. I hope he's okay. Yeah, I reckon it's football related. Yeah, Corey says, yeah, no one should complain about David. He's pretty old. I hope he's well. Yeah, I definitely think it is football related. I think he's fine. They didn't actually give a reason. So what about lack of things to do? Because we've had this at quite a few cons now. With if you get what you come for in the autographs, and then there's not actually that much to do. What do you think of the things to do at LFCC as a con? If you're not queuing or eating, what are you doing?
You'd have to bring more money than the guests to
yeah,
get anything.
Yeah, this one. Sorry, Coombs, you cut out. Sorry, carry on.
It's all right. Yeah, you need if you're going solely for the guests, that's fair enough. But then you've got nothing else on top of that, because I saw from your vlog there was nothing for prop. They even covered up one of the prop things that
Shocking.
They could have offered. I think they could have even said like they do with a DeLorean. What was that? That was like £5 a photo, just sit in a DeLorean. They could have done that with the Anglia.
Yeah,
but
I'm not sure if it even opened that Angular. I'm not sure. Does the Monopoly one open? I'm going to say it doesn't. Does it open?
It must do, because it's an actual Ford Anglia.
Yeah, I'm trying to think, because I don't remember like the in-betweeners car. I don't remember sitting in that at LFC Monopoly Liverpool. I don't remember getting in any. Last year, was it last year? They had. I think I was with Coombsy or Milky. I can't remember who I was with, but I was by a Hopper's car, and they wouldn't let you take a photo.
We had to sneak there and go.
They wouldn't let you take a photo of Hopper's car. Literally, there's a security guard standing there, like no photos.
So we ran at it and just went, there we go.
Just for the sake of it. Wilco said to me at con, you need to have a good mixture of guests, vendors, and props. So that's the other thing, like taking into account, like because Joe and I, we do a bit of content and try and do vlogs and stuff at the con. Like that takes up a bit of our time. But if you're not doing that, what are we actually doing at the con? Like to actually keep ourselves busy and to actually for entertainment. Like obviously, it's nice to meet up with old faces and people you know from online. But if you're not in a queue or eating or meeting your guests, there's not actually much to do, especially stall wise. Because stall wise for me, it's very rare I buy anything from stores.
Yeah, for me, hence why I've not done a video on it, because I found it really hard to do content because there was so little. There was so little to film except from meeting guests, and the guests that I met were older guests generally, and it was hard to. And where I was getting posters signed, and I was on my own for a little bit. It was hard to record, and then stalls wise, there was not very many stalls because they had a couple of rows that was very minimal. Then the comic section, which was very cool in all fairness, it was different. Usually you just get like a small bit of comic section, but they did have quite a lot of space dedicated. And then they had like other stalls at the end that were pretty much like little bits and pieces, sort of like arts and crafts rather than like big stalls. And there was a lot of that. And it was just a bit underwhelming. And as you've already mentioned with the props, the only prop that was there was the Anglia, and it literally had a tarp over it, and you couldn't go near it. And when Rupert Grint was getting his photo ops there, which was a bit odd, it was downstairs and everyone could see it. I'd be fuming if I'd paid like 150 quid for that, and literally like anyone and their dog could walk past. Literally dogs walking past.
As well.
Yeah, and if someone goes to take a picture because it's out in the open, they would go mental at people, shouting at people, "We can't get your phone out." And someone stood there getting a photo they've paid over 100 quid for, and there's people shouting. It was just that was mad. I thought. I genuinely think like event runners from Showmasters and Monopoly could do with just going to an MCM and just like taking note
Yeah, I do feel with like the photo shoots at LFCC, they are very awkward because you're posing and everyone can see you pose with the star. So you've got about 80 to 90 eyes on you as you pose for that 3 seconds with the guest, and it does get very awkward because you know you're being looked at. Whereas the Monopoly events, you're almost in a room, and you've probably got about 3 people who are in the queue behind you, and that's about it. So it's not as bad to actually pose and smile. Chat's better popping tonight.
Yeah.
Milky says more things need to be there to have fun. They did have the old video. That's a good point. Monopoly do have the video games. Did have the old video game consoles. I don't like I have that either, but it's something to pass the time. Wilco says I know vendors can be tricky, but I feel like they're better now due to Funko's dying out. So not as many vendors just selling Funko. That's a good point. With the Funko with vendors, what would you actually like there as a store? Because I know like we're moaning about stores, but what would you actually like there to be as a store?
I like the posters.
I just like seeing things that aren't of the norm.
So you got the posters. It's nice to see the autograph people, the RACC trusted ones. They're okay, but again, that's a matter of preference whether you want to trust that to. But you can get some pretty good autographs there. They do have signed pops that pop up from time to time. I like the prop vendors. They're really good, especially the ones that aren't like from AliExpress and they've handmade them. They're really cool. Like when we were at MCM, they had those masks that we played with. There was all kinds of different masks from all kinds of different genres and weapons and things. It's just, as Joe said, it's nice to see something different that you wouldn't see on the high street.
I don't want to take anything away from like the handmade stuff people make for the stalls. Like one of the things I did buy at the weekend was one of these little knitted figures of Hagrid, which is really cool and really, really well done. So the arts and crafts stuff by the vendors, that is really, really cool. But what I would like is more actual like official merch, where it's like I do like the t-shirts they do, but I'd like to buy like an official t-shirt from a certain brand or just official merch from that film or TV show, and then own some official memorabilia that way. I do like the fan stuff, but I would like just something more official. Paul says not sure it's down to renovations, but pre-pandemic when all the halls were open, it was huge. Yeah, that's the thing. It felt like they just tried to fill the hall up as much as they could. Mark says I thought the Comic Festival was really cool compared to previous years. Yeah, that was very well spread out this year. Even compared to upstairs. But I think last year they had the back room upstairs open, and that wasn't open this year. So I think that's where they've crammed it in a bit more, and that is where I think they had comics upstairs and downstairs. Where it was mainly downstairs. Luau says great stuff, guys. Thanks for tuning in, Luau. Kenneth's here. Good to see you here, Kenneth. Mark says he thinks LFCC is pretty chill and easy. Louis says Monopoly's guest rota at the moment is trash. It's the same pool of people being recycled over collection on shows. What do you guys think of that, about guests being on repeat and recycled? Good if you haven't met them yet and you want to see them, but frustrating if you want more people.
It's a weird one because like if they're getting repeated at the same event, then yeah, that's frustrating. But I mean, we're one of the select few that go to them across the country, but generally people don't. So if you're like, oh, I wish they'd come to us, and then they bring them to you, I think that's a good thing. But if they continue doing it, then it gets repetitive. Like I would absolutely love it if there was more Lord of the Rings guests at Wales, for example. But then I have hope that because they recycle and go between events, that maybe next year they get more, and you don't have to just go to various parts of the country. It's when they have them at the same place. That's what I think is a bit frustrating. But for the average attender, I think them recycling them to different areas of the country, there's nothing wrong with it, really.
Yeah, I mean, like on a collection point of view, you want different guests to help complete your own collection, whether it's Funko Pop's certain line or a poster. So when it is the guest being repeated, it can be a bit frustrating. Like for me, even though I'm not really collecting the boys right now, but you just know if there's a boys announcement, it's going to be A Train or Mother's Milk. You got Homelander once the other year, but you're not going to really get any of the others. It wouldn't be nice to get like a Kimiko or a Frenchie just for them to come. But at the moment, them two guests are very repetitive. You've got Supernatural, Vampire Diaries. That's been very repetitive lately. But maybe people say the same from franchises we like. The Stranger Things you're not going to get much right now. But the announcement I did like was Freya Allen from Kingdom Planet of the Apes. What was a pretty cool announcement. But that does, but that does bring us on to pricing. So, what did you make of the pricing for that? So, I know we're talking about LFCC, but as a general, Joe, you weren't too happy with the pricing of Freya Allen, was you? Comparing to Sean Astin, at least.
I said to you, I bet it's mental because it's the same as Ella Purnell, where it's like a first time signer along those sort of lines for a con. I was like, I bet the price is mad. And yeah, she was 80 quid, I believe, which is practically the same price as Sean Astin, who is in the best trilogy of all time. Also in the Goonies, an absolute cult classic, and I could go on for ages. So the way yeah, exactly the way prices are sort of determined, I just don't know. I know that you have to obviously lure guests in and like either offer good deals or something to bring them in. I get that, but it is frustrating when you look back however many years ago at different cons, and you can still find records and stuff. We were looking just for gigs and shiggles pricing for LFCC 10 years ago, and you could meet Jake Lloyd for a tenner.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, if you started your Phantom Menace poster back then,
Anakin Skywalker in episode 1.
No,
but it's that sort of like comparison, and it's just, and even like Christopher Lloyd was 40.
Oh, back then
it was 120 at the last LFC. Was that 2020? Was it? No, it was 2019. I can't remember.
Would that be before COVID? It must have been before COVID.
Yeah, it was before COVID.
Yeah, but yeah, it's about 125, I think. I think Leroy paid about 270 for Diamond. That sounds about right. Milky says, I want a car boot vibe, but indoors and full of things around my interests. Fun games that involve the crowd. I love the handmade stalls. I agree. More official representation would help. So yeah, it's pretty much covered everything. I feel like a lot of the stuff you do get at FCC was car boot vibes. We did see like an A-Train, a Funko Pop. That was quite a good price. And the rest of it was like car boot kind of stuff. They had like PS1 games, PS2 games, and just random collectibles on the table. That wasn't really organized, or it was just a bit of random stuff all over the place. But yeah, maybe a car boot vibe is where you would get a good deal, but the prices would go up because it's at the con and they've got to pay for the stall. So that it would be difficult to have like car boot prices to go with it. Louis says, how many times do we have to see the same names from Supernatural for Liverpool? Yeah, it's a shame because Liverpool promote it. They promote like huge guest announcement tonight, and then like for us, we'll be like, oh my god, it's gonna be like Viggo Mortensen or Ewan McGregor or something crazy for us. And it's like it's one for the girls or one for someone not for our fan base.
The thing is, they keep doing it because it sells out.
Yeah, it's true. Why don't you mention about Jensen Ackles? Because you're meeting Jensen soon. So the demand for Jensen, how crazy is that?
He sold out completely. In fact, he sold out twice. I'm pretty sure that they added more tickets because I went in and had a look, and then it was sold out on both days, photos and autographs.
And meet and greets.
Oh yeah, the meet and greets. I think that's actually more intimate. You get like 30 minutes in the same room with whoever is doing it.
Yeah. They did it at Wales last year with the Vampire Diary brothers, but I've not seen it at other cons. It seems to just be a Wales thing. I think it's because they get more of the venue. It's the only kind of thing I can think of. But they did it with Ewan Grufford. They were selling them last year. Meet and greets. I think they were. Cool. Yeah, I think it was like 80 quid for Ewan Grufford, and literally you spent, as Coomsey said, I think it was like 35 minutes or something.
That's mad.
It's like your own private Q&A. So they do the big panels. It's your own private panel basically with less people.
I wonder how it works if you sit down at a round table, or you all just stand up and socialize, and you just get pestered with questions, sign this. People just take consignments in. It's like a consignment sign. That's a good idea. Corey doesn't mind Freya's price. I think it's a decent enough. It's not a bad price, but I think the problem I've got is like the merch side of it. But again, she's not really got collectibles on nothing. So
Well, she got
if
the
you want a
Siri
real
from The
Siri,
Witcher.
maybe I don't know about Witcher, but yeah, you'd only have to get. You can only get a Kingdom Planets poster really, unless you want to get a window. But it don't look like we're getting Kingdom Planets props. A Wayne says Ella's autograph was awful for the price as well. I admit for the price you're paying, yeah, it was an awful autograph, but if that's the auto, you can't really argue with it. If that's what she's going to put, you can't really take your money back. I'll get a refund then. Luis's pricing is always set by convention staff. The talent management will negotiate how much they charge in their contracts, and then you get those like Jim Cummins or Warwick Davis who just make up their price on the day. Oh, interesting! You mentioned Jim Cummins, yeah, because we've mentioned Jim Cummins previously on our stream, so Louis picked up on it as well. So nice that you picked that out as well. Milky says same room as Olivia.
No, we can't put that on the screen.
Oh, we don't need 30 minutes though. Milky's a mate. Corey says Jensen's a nice guy, hoping to meet him soon enough. I can't wait to meet Jensen, get my shield signed, giving him the first blade, and we'll be showing him my tattoo with him. That'd be sick. Corey was happy with the Ella auto, and Mick Ulrich said Ella did a con in America and it's been changed to a longer one. Yeah, I think Coombsy showed us that the other day. So,
I find that quite weird.
See, I think that obviously we met her at her first con. I think that management-wise, because it's not actually their agents, it's like an agency that literally just tasked with taking guests to cons. So it's like a separate agent. It's not like their actual agent majority-wise, because we noticed that at LFCC this weekend. We've started noticing agents and they look after multiple clients. So I think for their advice for first cons for people, they're told, no, don't do your actual signature, not autograph. Don't do your signature. An autograph has either got to be abbreviated or whatever. So I think she's gone from doing her actual signature on stuff, which it looks like it is. It's that sort of thing.
Yeah.
And she's just gone, oh, is this okay? And they've gone, yeah, fine. That's what I think. And then I think that she's had quite a lot of backlash from Midlands, and it wasn't her fault. And she's changed it to, instead of EP, to LP. That's what I think. I don't think it was I don't think it was malicious or anything in any way. I think it was just her going off the advice from whoever. And obviously, if she's done it once on someone's collectible at the start of the day, then she has to stick with it for the rest of the day. Otherwise, if someone goes, "Oh, look at me, I got Ella Purnell's auto," and they go, "That looks shit," sounds like, yeah, she's wrote her full name on mine. Oh, she's wrote her initials. There's going to be backlash. So
it sounds like she's experimenting as she goes along.
Yeah,
so maybe she experimented to do LP, and now they might be like, "Yeah, they'll try and merge the two, try and make it actually look like an auto."
She'll sit next to Giancarlo Esposito at one of these and go, "Oh, I need to up my game."
Looking at that. That's good. That's good. A Wayne says
he's doing swirlies.
I saw it because I saw some people get a full name, but she was told to hurry up. It's bad that some got EP. Yeah, I was one got EP. Definitely not her fault. I didn't say it's her fault. Yeah.
No.
Yeah,
not saying
she's
that
definitely she's been told to do something like that. So we're going to move on. We spent 30 minutes chatting about cons and stuff, which has been great. But we've got a lot to cover tonight. We're going to talk about briefly the Twisters premiere. So in the week, Joe and I attended the European premiere of Twisters in the fan pit, which was great fun. So there'll be loads of footage coming out from like the actual national media, and you probably see us in the background and stuff, just autograph chasing. But Joe, what did you make of the European premiere in the fan pit? Because we've done Rebel Moon in the actual premiere. How did you find the fan pit side of it?
It was really easy. I thought it was going to be really stressful, and it wasn't. We got lucky with the weather, which is ironic considering what the film was about. But yeah, really, really cool. It's not for the faint-hearted. It's a lot of standing around.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it was a good crack, a good laugh, and we got to meet basically everybody that we wanted to meet. And when I got home, I was told, "Oh, look, someone's got their Someone's holding on to your arm there. I didn't realise that at the time.
Oh yeah, I didn't really realise. Steady. I was going to say,
You're not allowed
yeah,
to
the good
watch
news.
any of her movies now.
The good news for Kuzi, David Corn something. He didn't attend. What's his name? David Corran.
Con
Corin
Sweat or something. He's the
Corin
new
Sweat.
Superman.
The new Superman didn't attend. There was about 5 or 6 stars. You had Glenn Powell, Daisy Edgar Jones, and Anthony Ramos, Harry something, the older guy from About Time, and a couple others, the director and the producer. What did you make of your interaction with the stars, Joe? For me, I thought pleasantly surprised. They seemed really, really nice guys.
Yeah, really pleasantly surprised. I thought it was literally going to be like dash and go, and like the way it started, we were kind of like a third of the way up the fan zone, and we were right. We had barrier, so we were like, get in there. We're going to get loads of stuff done. And as they started to sign at the start, it was all the hunters, and it looked like it was annoying them. And then they would get called over straight for the media because we were opposite Letterbox, which was so cool to see the Letterbox mic and MTV and Lab Bible and stuff. And then Glenn and Daisy both made it their goal as well. Literally said, "Oh no, we'll get to everybody." And they went round, took pictures for everyone, signed everything. I was the first auto of Daisy of the whole premiere, which was really sick. Yeah, it was wicked.
Yeah. As for the film itself, it's been certified fresh by Rotten Tomatoes. It's got a score of 75%. That's only with a total of 20 critics, so it could definitely go higher. It could drop. So I'm going to guess it's going to end on around 81%. But yeah, super excited for the film. Coombs, have you seen? I'm not sure if you can hear me. Coombs, have you seen the original film of Twister?
No, but I was told it was a remake. I thought it was I didn't realize it was a remake. I thought it was an original thing, but the original is apparently really good. So
You not seen?
I'm sure I'll watch it at some point. But premiere wise, it looked like you guys had a great time, and unfortunately, I was sad to miss it.
There'll be more.
Money, but also, I know it was money, but also I developed a pretty nasty cold this week, so I'm kind of hanging in there with that.
Before we move on, then, Joe, do you want to show off your poster?
Yes.
Oh, yes, I was going to ask about that.
So I bought a Twisters A3 from eBay that arrived the day before I left for London, so that was lovely news. And I did get Daisy Edgar Jones and Glenn Powell's auto in a lovely Posca, which has actually come out beautifully. I know Corey's a big fan of the Posca. Yeah, so really happy with that. I believe that's Daisy's and that's Glenn's. I couldn't tell you, to be honest. I'd have to look it up, but yeah, absolutely buzzing with that. So that's going to go in a lovely A3. And yeah, we were discussing what we thought that would cost at a con. So the amount of money we've technically saved is lovely news.
Yeah, we'll put it to you, Coombsy. How much do you think that would cost them? Daisy Edgar Jones and Glenn Powell, auto and selfie. Compare with Freya Allen as well.
At a con, I'm gonna go for like the same ballpark as Rupert Grint for Glenn Powell.
Yeah.
Daisy Edgar Jones probably slightly less, but still nearing 100.
So we can't complain. No. We'll move on very quickly. I love the original and hope with today's CGI it works. It can be even better. One to watch at the cinemas you spoke about last week with Sounds and Wind. Yeah, they are at 4DX. So I think it comes out next Wednesday. I never knew Leicester Square Cineworld, the 4DX machine did break. They have repaired it now, so it does open up next Wednesday for Twisters. So I'm glad they actually fixed that. Tom Cruise was at the premiere as well, but I don't know.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
We didn't see him. We weren't expected to see him. I'm not sure how we ended up there. And then the TikTok guy was there. What's his name?
Cabby Lame. What a legend.
Yeah, that was
he was the first sort of celebrity, wasn't he, to walk the carpet? And me and Craig in the middle photo there is Craig reviews films from TikTok. who we met up with, and both myself and Craig were like, "Oh my god, this Cavill Lane, this is crazy!" And yeah, mad. There was someone behind him went, "That's the guy from Fortnite," because he's got a Fortnite skin. So yeah, that was wicked.
I was like, it's the guy from Bad Boys 4 because he was actually in Bad Boys 4, which made me laugh. Milky says, "Can you get them certified at a con, for example, or is there only guests attending the con?"
Yeah, you can take them to SWAU.
You know, I don't know with that because SWAU are not like really big on the street graphs. We examine this to make sure it's done properly. They have done street graphs, but I know they can be, unlike other authenticators, a little bit more cautious when it comes to
skeptical
squiggly line.
We've got recordings of us getting our stuff done, so if we wanted to get them certified for whatever reason, we do have COA that way.
That is when they will probably authenticate it. They do take that into account.
I believe it's someone, I can't remember the Instagram. Me and Tal have been looking at various news outlets and Instagram accounts, finding loads of footage of us from the red carpet. And there's one where someone's recording the big screen at the end, and it's Daisy and Glenn when they're signing our stuff. So that was really cool.
There's one. Yeah, Mark got a Funko Pop with the SWAE sticker on the box, not the window. Which is very interesting.
I will show you actually. No, wait, where is it? I don't know where it is. Yeah, if the quote is on the side and it's too big for them to stick a sticker, or if they can't find anywhere to stick a sticker, they have to put it on the window, but they put it on the inside of the window on the plastic.
Yeah.
I don't know why, because I did ask them. I said, "Can't you put this inside just on the box?" And they said, "No, we have to put it on the window somewhere."
That's interesting.
Yeah, it's like you're swapping it.
Right, let's move on to the Acolyte. So I caught up today. I watched both episodes, so I'm fully up to date. Do I know what's going on? Not a clue. Not a clue. I don't know who's May and who's Osha no more. I know I think they swapped clothes or whatever. One got an haircut with a lightsaber. So I don't really know what's going on. Joe, go on. We'll start with you, mate. What's happening with the Acolyte? We'll run this till 42 minutes gone. So 5 minutes. We'll have 45 minutes on this max. Then we'll move on.
It is so frustrating. They didn't claw it back by any means, but episode 5 is actually all right. Like aspects of it are all right. I really like the action in some stuff up until this episode. This episode 7, was basically the same as episode 3 from a different point of view, and there's so much stuff in it that's stupid. Even the action in this bit, Torben, who is Tommen from Game of Thrones, starts doing the Anakin lightsaber move, which I'm looking at like,
did he?
That's literally Anakin's own move. The spinning behind the backs, like what? And he's a Padawan, and it's just that's just annoyed me. The dialogue is just so poo, and it's just late. It's the writing is so lazy. It's so lazy. It's like the bad dialogue. They copy exact lines from the Phantom Menace, left, right, and center. It's terrible. I think it's the worst Star Wars I've ever seen, and it's so frustrating because I was really looking forward to this series. And it's just not been what they said it was going to be. It's just been like a weird rip-off of ideas from the Phantom Menace. And it's just there to ruin canon. And I can't wait to finish it next week and never watch it again.
I can't believe they brought Kalnaka back for a flashback episode. Because you're like, I'm watching that episode, and you know the fate of everyone.
Yeah, you don't care. You do not care.
Kalnaka, I know what happens to Kalnaka, Sol, and Dara, and Tobin. I know what's happened to them all. Like, it don't really matter why I'm watching it. I could just skip the episode and go back to it.
Yeah, you've had 2 episodes the exact same thing, and I've mentioned this to you already, but this has a budget of $180-something million, right?
Where is it?
The Revenge of the Sith had a budget of 115.
Yeah.
What the actual? It's so frustrating. It's so frustrating.
We'll finish. We'll get this out of the way because I've got some good fun and games. So, Coombsy, your initial thoughts on the Acolyte?
Well, I started watching the latest episode and I thought I was on the wrong episode. I was like,
same.
oh, I got to rewrite. Oh, I'll go forward a bit. No, this is a different episode. Oh, what's happened? I don't really care. I'm going on my phone.
Yes, literally how I felt, mate. I was like, yeah, whatever it is, it's fine. Don't worry about it. Let's get. I've got that really fun games. Last question from Milky regarding Acolyte. Joe, did the witches die from Andira to save? I'm not sure what that means.
Indara. Yeah, she like stops Kalnaka from being possessed, even though he's a Wookiee that could literally rip your arms off without even thinking about it. But he's getting like outdone by really weak people. Tommen is literally being choked, scratched in the face, and he's got his arm upside down like that, and he's managing to hold full strength.
Yeah, I saw it.
A Wookiee that's trying, and he's a Wookiee that's going full strength, who's possessed and trying to kill him.
Yeah.
And he's like that, and he's like, it's so stupid.
I'm Captain
and apparently,
America.
Yeah, those witches didn't get slaughtered. They didn't die in the fire. She literally just severs their connection to him, and they all go, oh, like their bloody batteries have been turned off.
Yeah,
it was terrible.
So the next episode, they all come back.
Yeah, next episode's a flashback.
They're all going to up 2.
Right, we've done perfectly there. That was just under 5 minutes. So we've got some funny games. I've brought back a classic. We've brought back Tentable. So I want to hear your top 10 characters with the most screen time. So you got to get the top 10. Let's get that up and ready.
Is this across any X-Men film?
So it's across any X-Men film. It includes the original trilogy and the latest trilogy. So the top 10 with the most screen time. So you can work together, of course. If you want, you both need to confirm your answers together. So if Joe, you say one, Coombsy's got to confirm it, and vice versa. So let's hear your answer.
I mean, I would go for the most obvious 3: the Boldy, the Metal Lover, and the Claw Man. So
yeah, that's their name.
That is their name. So I'll go for Wolverine, please.
Wolverine is number 3. Very nice.
It's coming home.
Go on, Coombsy.
Well, Joe just said Magneto, so Ian.
So you both going for Magneto? Where would you think Magneto is if you had to guess then?
6?
Yeah, 6th, 7th, I think. Because he is
Magneto
in the movie.
Is number 2.
I suppose Michael Fassbender.
Yeah. And also in X-Men 1, he's in for most of the film, isn't he?
So if you get 10, I will do. I can say if you get 10, I'll do a giveaway, and I'll give away some X-Men pops. Keep it on theme.
I will go for.
Got a nice little Magneto there. I'll give that away if you get
Charles Xavier.
Coombsy, are you confirming?
Yes.
Professor X, yes.
He is number 1.
How much is it between them?
Yeah, it's on. I've got it somewhere. I can't remember. I think number 20. No, I think number 10 is about 15 minutes.
Twen Stacy. 15 minutes, really?
Let's go for.
You got to think about the
Storm.
Yeah.
Are you confirming Storm, Joe?
Yeah.
Storm is number 7.
Hi. I would say Beast just because of the prequel ones, all the First Class stuff. He's in it a lot, isn't he?
Yeah. Let's go Beast.
You locking in Beast?
Yep.
Yes.
Number 6.
Lovely.
Yeah.
So you got 5. Very nice. Very nice.
Yeah, I keep trying to think of these prequel ones because a lot of the ones in those prequels,
Jean Grey.
they get a lot of screen time. Yeah.
You looking in Jean
Yeah,
Grey?
because isn't she technically Dark Phoenix as
Eternal.
well, isn't she?
Yeah.
Yeah, Jean Grey.
So, yep.
Number 4, Jean Grey. Doing well.
Ooh, what do you reckon?
If it's 15 minutes, the last one, I would think that one of the bottom ones is Quicksilver, just because of those slow motion scenes are iconic, aren't they? But is it enough for 15 minutes? I don't know. Oh, Mystique. Mystique's a big part of those. Jennifer Lawrence, isn't she?
Yeah, Jennifer Lawrence, and then you've got Rebecca Ramage in the originals. So yeah, let's go Mystique.
You're looking in Mystique.
That's the girl from Fortnite.
She's number 5.
Lovely.
So it's getting tough now. You're bottom 3.
We've not had a Cyclops yet.
See, I thought he'd have more screen time.
Yeah, I
He is
don't.
in
When
the
you
original.
actually, yeah,
There's a couple that I'm shocked that no one said.
Juggernaut's a big.
Nah, that's
I'm
more
the Juggernaut,
Deadpool.
bitch.
Not Vinny.
Yeah.
There's been 2 Juggernauts, isn't there?
Yeah.
There was. Yeah, there's Vinny and I can't remember what the other one looked like.
The bloke from Deadpool.
That's it. Yeah. The Deadpool doesn't count.
No. All right.
Yeah, I'd probably say Cyclops just to throw it out there, but I don't know whether it is.
It's gotta be. He's in
Right,
the originals and the prequel ones.
Let's get some answers up. So we've got Professor X, Cyclops, Jean Grey, Magneto, Wolverine, Storm, Rogue and Iceman, Mystique and Beast. Mystique will be the surprise at how much. And Dr. Trask.
We gotta go Cyclops, as you said.
Yeah, I'll lock in Cyclops.
It's
You're looking in Cyclops.
There's no way he's not in a lot. Oh yeah.
He's number 8.
Right, who we got left out of the main roster?
Banshee.
No.
Quicksilver's the only one I can think of that's actually in.
Nightcrawler.
Oh, great shout. Yeah,
Looking
it's got
Nightcrawler. He's not one.
What? Hang on a minute. He's in the originals and he's in the.
He's not in the top 10.
Wow. That's shocking.
Oh no. Yeah, I think Quicksilver maybe, just because I can't think of anybody else.
Locking in Quicksilver?
I don't think it is.
Oh.
So it's not locked in yet.
Is he in one film? I think it's just one.
No, he's in a few of the prequel
2
ones because it's what's his face, isn't it?
Aaron Taylor Johnson.
No,
No, it's the one in the MCU.
the one that was in WandaVision, kind of.
Yeah.
Can't think
Kevin
of his
Peters.
name now. Kevin Peters, yeah.
I'm gonna go.
Oh, we've not had Rogue.
Got Rogue
Yeah.
and Bobby.
Because she's in Days of Future Past. No, wait, she's not in Days of Future Past. Unless you count the deleted scene, I think.
Colossus.
Ooh, that's a good one as well.
I'm happy for Quicksilver as my guess, and then I wouldn't know for the last one.
Let's try it.
How many lives do we have? 3.
Well, this is your last life, really.
2 lives?
It's meant to be once you're wrong, you're out. So there's 2 of you, so I was giving you 2 lives.
Oh god.
So we go with Rogue.
Yeah, can do. Rogue
Locking
guesses
in
for
Rogue?
rogue people.
It's-
Yeah, go on in.
She's number 9.
Oh. Fergie time, baby.
All right, come on. Let's wrap this one up then.
I bet it's Quicksilver because he's trying to get it wrapped up.
Are you locking in Quicksilver? 4, 3 Magneto, Funko Pop. Yeah?
If if Coombsy says nothing in the next 5 seconds, it's Quicksilver.
Okay, let's lock it in.
Unfortunately, it is wrong. The answer, and it might. I don't know. I don't think you would have got it. The answer is Moira McTaggart.
Oh, I wouldn't have got
Who
that.
is Xavier's number 2. You know, the woman who helps him out.
Is she an X-Men, is she?
Rose Byrne, isn't it? Rose Byrne
Who's this
plays her.
woman?
You'll know.
Oh, of
Rose
course.
Byrne.
Yeah.
And she makes that line, "Oh, you might go bald, Charles," or something, doesn't she? She makes that quirky line.
Yeah. In the in First Class.
So it was a very, very good effort.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
Sorry, guys.
That's,
Yeah, right, we got.
that's ridiculous. She has more screen time than Nightcrawler.
Yeah, there was a couple you could have said like Nightcrawler. I thought you would have said Bobby, Iceman, and then you could have gone for more villains like Sabretooth's not much. Toad.
They're barely in them, are they, villains? It's only Mystique.
Oh, Kevin Bacon's
were
character.
thinking
Is Kevin
more-
Bacon in it?
He's barely in it.
Is he? Oh yeah,
It's
he
First
is.
Class.
Yeah.
Azazel. You got Azazel. That one. Right, we've got another one. So keep up the fun. I want the highest grossing superhero movies. Now,
I know 2 of these.
disclaimer, they are not all Marvel. There are a lot of Marvel, but they're not all Marvel. Deadpool movies didn't count. They were just the original X-Men trilogy and the latest X-Men trilogy. So, highest grossing superhero movies, they are not all Marvel. That is all I'm going to say. Next week, if you want me to put the actual figures like watch time, screen time, and figures for the grossing, I can do. Let's see your first one then, lads.
No Way Home's the obvious one.
Yeah, you're gonna go with No Way Home.
You locking
those
it?
Are the 2. Yeah.
And then there's 2 others.
No Home.
There's 2 others that'll be the top 2.
Yeah.
I need to hear it. I need to hear it.
Endgame.
Locking in Endgame, Joe?
Yes, please.
Endgame's number 1.
Oh, Infinity War, please.
Yes.
Number 2.
Now it gets interesting.
Yeah.
The first Avengers, please. I think that is top 5. I think that did over $1 billion.
Coombsy?
Let's go for Avengers.
Original
Assemble, as
Avengers.
it's called. Yep.
Oh, there's some great, there's some
number
great
4.
shouts in the chat. Number 4. Oh, that's interesting. Do you know how much they made?
I can look it up. I'll get figures up for you next time. But yeah, it's mad when you think about it. But I think that was before that was when we first saw Black Widow, wasn't it?
No, Iron Man 2.
Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah. No, you
I
see
do,
why it was.
I do know some of these because it's one of these weird ones that I know. I know the Rogue one. I think on this list. I think one of the Incredibles films is on this, and because it's newer, I'm assuming number 2. So that'll be my Rogue one. I think Incredibles 2 is on it.
Coombsy, you locking it in?
Yeah, because I feel like more people went to the cinema versus when it first came out.
It's a good shout. So yeah, Incredibles 2 locked in.
Yep.
Very good shout. It's in at number 7.
Yes, John.
And I knew there was a really Rogue one on that, and when you went, they're not all Marvel. It's like
I have
he's
to.
not
Yeah,
just
I had to
meaning
tell you
DC.
Yeah, I had to tell you that's not.
I'm happy with that one.
Black
But there's
Panther
another.
did
There's
pretty well.
yeah. I reckon Black Panther's fifth or sixth, and I reckon the other Avengers is the other one.
That's what we're going for.
That did well too.
Black Panther.
Black Panther. Number 6. Very nice. So you over halfway there.
Age of Ultron would be my next guest, please.
Yeah, let's go with Age of Ultron.
So you're
It's
going
got
for
to have made more than Incredibles too.
Milky's answers.
Sure.
I think it's.
Oh yeah,
I'm not
yeah.
I'm not looking at the chat. I'm just concentrating.
Yeah, same.
So you got
A great
Age of
chance.
Ultron.
Yes,
Yep.
please. I reckon that's fifth.
You are correct.
Oh, now it's hard.
I think you've
one-
worked the borders last time.
There's 2 other shouts in the chat, and I think they're both correct. I think Aquaman's on there because I think Aquaman did way better than Man of Steel for some reason. But I think we'll leave that one because I reckon that'll be like bottom of the pile. But Civil War
Yeah.
definitely, I think.
Yeah, because that's like a mini Avengers movie.
Yeah. And
Let's
I
go Civil
personally
War.
saw that a few times. So
Civil War.
yeah, well,
Mhm.
Civil War, please. Yeah,
It's number 9.
Oh,
9. I'm trying to think of like chronologically when these came out and when like there was massive hype. Avengers.
Aquaman. I am thinking, but also, did Justice League do better?
No, I don't think it did very well.
No.
No, I think it did like
I know it was a
800
terrible
mil.
movie.
I think all of these have done over $1 billion.
Batman vs Superman.
No, I think Aquaman is the highest because it was one of the I've seen an interview with Jason Momoa and he was moaning that, saying about him being recast. And he was like, "Well, I've been the highest grossest DC. I don't know why they changed me."
Right, let's.
We got two lives. I'm confident on another one,
All right.
so I don't mind saying Aquaman as the DC one. But I think I know the other Marvel.
Let's go Aquaman. It's not going to be so much stupid like Hancock.
Oh, that's a great shout.
Hancock.
Hancock's another one of those like cult classic ones, though, isn't it? Rather than actually done well at the box office. Yeah, go on, Aquaman. Put us out of misery.
All right. Aquaman's not on it,
Ooh.
but I thought it was. So when I typed this list up, I actually thought I typed Aquaman, but it's not.
We've been bamboozled.
Yeah,
Oh,
but
no.
I would give you it so you don't lose a life. I feel like, yeah, it may be in worldwide. Maybe it was highest grossing in UK or not, or in Europe or something. But yeah, it's a weird one. That I'm not sure. I think there's contrasting reports on that one, so you don't lose a life on that one.
My other one was going to be Iron Man 3 because I remember that was the first film after Avengers, I think, and that's the busiest I've been in a cinema, bar the top 3 or 4. So I would think Iron Man 3.
I don't think I went to cinemas for that.
I did. It was rammed, absolutely rammed.
Yeah, it was crazy.
It was his big old
Ooh.
depression arc, wasn't it?
Wait a minute. We're thinking with DC. We're thinking modern. Think back trilogy wise, or single movie wise, because there's stuff before like the whole DCEU, isn't there?
Yeah. It's a lot of money, though.
Then again, it got beat by Barbie, so I'm not sure.
I think Iron Man 3 is probably the bottom one. And then the other one I wouldn't know. Oh God,
I've, ju-
so
I've just done. I've just done my research, and what's happened is some people have just put Marvel and DC together, and they've not included Incredibles, and others have included Incredibles. So if you're not including Incredibles 2, Aquaman would be 10th. That's where it's gone wrong.
Oh shit.
Because the website I used has included Incredibles 2. Aquaman is 11th. So sorry, what are we going for?
Iron Man 3, please.
I feel like it's still grossed pretty high if it's not on the top 10.
Iron Man 3 is number 8.
Oh,
I'm surprised by that. I thought that would have been
Yeah.
lower than Civil War. Also mad how The Incredibles is higher. Disappointing film
Incredibles
too.
2. Yeah. I'm feeling like 10 has got to be another Marvel.
Yeah, if it's not if it's not Aquaman, it won't be another.
Yeah, Milky called it Iron Man 3. We've got Guardians 2, original Guardians, Dark Knight Rises. Mark thinks it's another Spider-Man. The Dark Knight.
Oh yeah, shit.
I was going to go Homecoming
and the Joker.
Because of the amount of people that would kind of like want to see the new Spider-Man.
Yeah, straight after Civil War as well, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
All right, you get 2 stabs at this. You have 1 stab each.
Oh, we get 2. Do you want to just lock in either of the Spider-Man films? Which one first? Has anybody said anything? The only other one I can think of is Captain Marvel. That was really hyped up, wasn't it?
Yeah, but they said that those box office numbers are probably fake because you went to the cinema and it was like nobody was there. I'm feeling like Homecoming.
No Marvel animation.
Oh, you're giving a hint now.
No, he's not.
Marvel
He's throwing off.
animation.
He's not. He's throwing off.
No,
I'm happy to go for both of the Spider-Men, and then hopefully it's one of them.
We can't do that. Well, we can.
We have to.
You can.
Yeah,
of course you can.
we have to. It's number 10.
Homecoming first.
Homecoming is not it.
All right, Far From Home. It's Jake Gyllenhaal on it. It must have done big numbers.
Koozie, are you confirming Far From Home?
Tom Holland, don't fail me now. Yes, let's go with Spider-Man Far From Home.
Okay, so Murky's gone Far From Home. Mark says the Joker Far From Home, and you boys would be correct. It is Far From Home. That is the 10. I'll be amazed if Milky's not had a little Google. I think Milky's had a little Google. No misses there from Milky. Yeah,
to be fair, he's trying to throw us off. He went Black Panther, Age of Ultron, Iron Man 3, then Dark Knight Rises.
Oh yeah, he did have Dark Knight Rises, which is weird. I can't believe none of the DC ones got into it. I know Aquaman was 11th, but yeah, Dark Knight Rises, even the Joker. I thought the Joker was a brilliant film, and the new Batman, I thought that done really well at box office, but not good enough.
Across the Spider-Verse, Mark just said that. Surely that's big.
Let's have a look. Across the Spider-Verse. Number 36.
What?
So yeah,
that's
so it
wild.
didn't even beat
36.
It didn't even beat Days of Future Past. I can actually show you.
Right, Into the Spider-Verse.
Here you go. We'll get this up.
Because I think Into the Spider-Verse is probably more, isn't it? Oh, the Batman is more. Damn.
There we go.
Oh, Captain Marvel, yeah.
Spider-Man 3 is... Wow.
That sounds pretty good for Spider-Man 3.
Oh, so the Dark Knight and the Dark Knight Rises was pretty close. I thought Batman vs Superman were close with that.
I'm amazed by the animation ones. I thought that'd be way higher.
It's because I think it was just because of COVID times rather than anything. Because like Guardians 3 sat at like 800 and something. Where if that was in like 2018,
3.
it would have been mad.
Spider-Man 3 has more than Spider-Man 2, and that disappoints me.
I wonder if it adjusts. I doubt it'll adjust when they release them.
Oh, yeah,
Hero
that's true.
6.
Oh, yeah, that's technically a Marvel movie as well.
TMNT.
Which one was that? Oh, the animated one.
Black Adam.
How did Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom make more than Shang-Chi? I'm sorry.
I just show you. Look at the Flash, number 76. Nowhere near.
It is funny and it is interesting. Also makes you think like how much money they would have lost.
Oh wow!
Number 90 there, Mark.
The Marvels compared to Captain Marvel is wild.
And ticket prices will be dearer now, so you're paying more money for the Marvels now, which will actually boost it up. So the tickets will be cheaper back then. So
they also shoot themselves in the foot by releasing it on digital within like a month of it being released.
Yeah, but they always do that nowadays.
Yeah, that's what happens now. Even like when Infinity War and Endgame, it wasn't coming out that quick.
Anyway, that's the end of the funny games. Hope you lot enjoyed that. We'll bring it back.
So
who wins a pop?
What was it? Highest grossing? Who wins a pop? Don't have to do it. How should we do it? How do we decide who wins a pop?
Spin the wheel, I guess.
All right, we'll do it for next week. We'll do it for next week.
Yeah. So leave a comment on this stream, and then we can go in and do the wheel thing.
Hashtag gross.
Gross. Yeah.
Gross. Hashtag gross. Yeah, that's a good show.
Gross.
Yeah, hashtag gross. All right. Paul says, what's the lowest grossing? So let's have a look. Blade 2. Oh, no. It's worse than that. There's another page.
Oh dear.
Catwoman 2004.
Sky High.
The Crow. There's a new Crow coming out with Bill Skarsgård. So that'll be interesting.
Yeah, that's going to tank. Wow.
I don't even know any of these.
Batman and Harley Quinn.
Ant-Boy 2. Ant-Boy 2. There you go.
What is that? I feel like watching this just for a meme.
It got released in Estonia and the Netherlands.
Okay, we're not watching that then.
Oh, poor Ant-Boy. But it got
What's
a sequel.
Ant-Boy 1? No, that's the one that... How did the first one not make any money at all?
I don't know what happened there. Right, let's move on.
Glasses up for my boy Ant-Boy.
Right, so now we're going to talk about some upcoming films. So we're going to start with We Live in Time. I think unreal casting. Andrew Garfield and Florence Pugh. Have you guys seen the trailer?
I feel like it's that kind of movie that's going to make you cry.
Oh, it's definitely going to make you cry. I was crying watching the trailer. I was gone.
Yeah, Tell's crying that he's not Andrew Garfield. That's why.
Yeah. I was going to say something a lot worse, but I can't.
Oh.
Yeah. See, what do you guys think of the trailer then? And it feels weird being set in London, like a rom-com being set in London. It's quite nice.
It was filmed not far from you, wasn't it?
Yeah, I remember seeing a lot of posts about.
I'm trying to think.
I don't know where it's filmed.
Like
I know some.
Isn't it? Doesn't it span over a decade as well?
Oh.
I could see it happening. Yeah, it's got a bit of about time vibes as well because you see him have kids, you see him when they're young, you see what happens to Florence Pugh in it. So should be really good film. I think it's an I think it's an A24 film as well. I know Studio Canal. Yeah, and they don't miss. They really don't miss. So if there is a film premiere in London, I'd love to be at this one. So that'll be amazing. But yeah, really good cast and. Yeah, I'm sure it's going to do really well. Shrek 5. So what's everyone's thoughts on Shrek 5 then? Is everyone done with Shrek or are you excited?
Joking.
It's just not needed, is it?
I thought Eddie Murphy was joking the other day, but he's like, "Nah, we've made new Shrek
announcement,
and
yeah.
we made a donkey spin-off."
He's just telling everyone.
It's not needed, is it?
No,
Being
feel
as
like
they've
they
done the
could've
Puss in
rebooted
Boots,
it.
yeah, they've done the Puss in Boots spin-off. They're doing a donkey spin-off.
apparently.
Yeah, so they've done the spin-offs of the main characters. So
Fiona spin-off
Yeah.
coming soon.
yeah, so
Yeah,
no
I
one got
think
anything.
Shrek 1 and Shrek 2 are elite, and then they went to pot, and it's just not needed. It's been such a long time, and like we talk about sequels, like talk about Incredibles 2 a minute ago, for example, and you've waited such a long time for it, and it's gone. Oh, it's just hasn't hit the same. And I feel like I feel like this will probably do the same as well. I mean, I'll still watch it, but it's just at its time. Feel like it's very outdated as well. The sort of like comedic stuff. If you actually watch the first Shrek, it is just innuendo FC. It's just innuendos throughout the whole thing, and it's sold now.
Yeah, I don't know how they're going to go. Like they've all got kids, haven't they? You got Donkey and Dragon have got kids, so they're a bit more grown up. Is there going to be a bit? Yeah, are we going to get teenage ogres? Like you don't know what's going to happen. So
emo ogres.
Emo ogres could be other things. Is it? Yeah, it could be. Keep up with the times. You know, you could have certain types of ogres. You know, Gladiator.
Wild movie.
And Gladiator. Oh, Milky says he's bored of Shrek. Yeah, Shrek's one. Not rewatched. It's weird. They've just dropped Funko Pops of them again as well. So they've got new Shrek Pops as well, which is really weird timing. Like,
is it?
Couldn't tell. I think Shrek was 2000. I guess
it's 20th, isn't it? Yeah.
And then we got Gladiator 2. What did everyone make of the Gladiator 2 trailer?
It looks unreal. It looks absolutely unreal. I'm so excited for it. I've seen a lot of people predicting, and I'm kind of on that sort of wavelength now as well, to be honest with you, that it might top Dune 2 for Film of the Year.
Mm-hmm.
And it wouldn't surprise me. The way it's shot looks gorgeous. The casting, I didn't even realize the casting. I've kind of like had my eyes and ears closed to it, all the noise around it, and then these photos got released in the trailer. It's like, I didn't know Pedro Pascal was in it. I heard that Joseph Quinn was going to be in it, but not seen anything, and he looks really menacing. Yeah, Denzel. It looks very, very good, and it looks different to the first one. It's not like a direct continuation, I don't think, but it's just, even though it's a sequel, I think it's kind of just set in the same sort of thing. So it'll be interesting how it plays out. But yeah, very, very excited.
And I can see on the poster it says IMAX as well, which would be mad. Gladiator 2 in IMAX would be mega. Coomsey, what's your thoughts on Gladiator 2?
It looks like a solid movie. I don't know whether it's going to top the original yet, obviously, but it looks like it's going to at least try.
Mm-hmm.
And the casting, you can't fault that.
I am one of the people though that didn't like the modern day rap in the trailer towards the end. Did you? I just didn't think that worked. It just come out of nowhere. It just gave me like do you remember Real Steel, that Hugh Jackman film where he's like controlling the robots, and it was Till I Collapse Eminem. It just like the trailer was like legendary trailer, and then it turned into this rap music, and I was like, okay. So I am a bit worried there. I hope that's just used for the trailer and not in the film. If you got like Paul Mescal, like, you know, training or something, or getting ready for battle with rap music.
Yeah,
I don't want.
I don't want. That's one of the best parts about the original. The score is just iconic, isn't it? Every time you think of Gladiator, you just hear that sort of Greek. Yeah, it's just, they can't mess with it, can they?
But yeah, I like the world building, and like you're in this like own universe, like we're like Dune 2. And when you hear the score, Hans Zimmer, isn't it? Yeah, it's Hans Zimmer. Yeah. When you hear that score, it makes you really feel like you're like in the desert and all that. But with Gladiator 2, if you're hearing that modern day rap, it's like you've not actually been able to switch off from the world because you're hearing like music you'll probably hear on the bus. You know what I mean? The back of a bus. So yeah, I am a bit concerned about that. Corey said he's never watched Gladiator, the original one. I'm only watching this for Pedro and Joseph. And Milky says, "Well,
I'm
you
not
have
in
to
it.
watch the original." Yeah, I've not seen the original for 10 years, 10, 15 years. So yeah, definitely one
Yeah.
I need to rewatch. So out of the three,
Right.
I guess you're more excited for Gladiator 2.
Yeah, I think excitement-wise, I'd probably say Gladiator 2. What's the release date for We Live in Time?
October, I think.
Is it? Okay.
It's gonna be like, yeah, and it might be October 5th. I think it's gonna be like an autumn release. Which would be quite nice.
Yeah. It's giving me
So-
challenges vibes in that sense where it's like I'm not really like excited for it, but I just feel like I'm really going to enjoy it.
Mhm. Yeah. I always enjoy just watching Florence Pugh on the big screen, not because I really fancy her, but just because I just like.
He really enjoyed Oppenheimer.
Yeah, and I fell asleep in Oppenheimer, but yeah, and I really enjoy watching
you.
Florence Pugh on the big screen. But yeah, no, I'm excited for all three of them. Shrek 5 will be a weird one. They have to freshen it up a little bit, otherwise I just don't think it's going to work. Let's see what we've got. So we've got what's coming up then. So what's coming up, guys, on your channel? So we'll start with Coombsy. I like doing that to wake me up a little bit. So what's coming up, mate?
So I've been releasing TikToks on what's being signed at Wales. I've got, I think, 2 more in the drafts. Then I've got to do another one, and then hopefully the customs have arrived, so I can do a spin round of those. Although it's kind of tempted to wait until they get signed to do that, because I feel like that would do better than them being ready to be signed.
Yeah.
But yeah, apart from that, I don't really know. I'm really getting in the mood for Wales, obviously, and I've made some arrangements to people to go for a little hunt in Cardiff the day before. So who knows? He knows a couple of comic stores. Apparently, he's roped me into. So I might have
There
no
is
wallet by the end of the day. Who knows?
There's a Forbidden Planet, isn't there, Joe? A little
Yeah.
one.
Yeah.
There's a few little
That's-
there's a few comic book shops.
Mhm. Yeah, no, yeah, that sounds good. And for you, Joe, what is coming up? Go.
I'm thinking of a word. It's got a C in it. It's got a U in
the
it,
words.
and it's got a T in it. And of course, that is cute. Yes, I have got some film and TV reviews on TikTok to do. I will be doing a big breakdown of The Acolyte next week. I don't want to, but I feel like I have. Yeah, I don't want to. I feel like I have to. I've got a Tom Bombadil video for Lord of the Rings still to film. I just still need to find some time where I can properly record, and I've got some bits and pieces from over the weekend, but genuinely where it was so busy and the weather was so bad, it was just really hard to film anything that wasn't inside, and the weather was so bad this weekend. I just got absolutely drenched. So unfortunately, there isn't a lot from LFCC, and because we weren't actually there very long. But yeah, lots on TikTok, and then hopefully over the next few weeks, I've got some more time together to do some more film and TV stuff. And before long, it'll be time for Rings of Power Season 2, which I'm buzzing for. So there'll be a lot of stuff that I can talk about that.
I feel like that's coming up. That's sneaking up on us. Rings of Power. Is it?
Yeah,
August?
end of
Or
August.
Is it when House of Dragon ends? And then that's
end of August it is.
Is that when House of Dragon finishes? No, that sounds too far.
Maybe no, I think House of Dragon is not too far away now. There's only 4 left.
Yeah, we're halfway through. So
that's 3.5 weeks till that's done.
Yeah. So yeah, be a nice little transition. What's the comment saying? Milky says, "Are you still doing the talk show, Joe? I know you've been super busy lately."
Yes, just trying to arrange guests so they're all in one go, and I've got plenty of time to prepare and stuff. Yeah, I have been mega busy. It feels like half this year has just completely got away from me because it has been a mad one personally and stuff. I just feel like I've got a few weeks to chill. So hopefully over August and stuff, I'll be getting some stuff booked in. Hopefully it'll be for like September, a nice little return. But I want to get 6 booked in, all prepared, rather than people cancelling that. It's like hosting a mini con, doing that, because people can cancel you last minute because of filming arrangements and stuff. So it's
illness. Yeah. I feel the same, like getting super busy, things getting away from you. I feel like the big distraction would be the Euros and the football. But I just feel like it's general life. It's just made you busy, got things that got in the way. So yeah, as for myself, I've got Comic-Con Manchester in 2 weeks, a week. I can't even keep up. Maybe it's next week. I'm not even sure. End of the month at least. So I got that. Hopefully meet some Walking Dead guests. Hopefully doing Comic-Con Wales. Still waiting on from work to find out if I can actually go to that one or not. And then I'm trying to do that 12 hours in the cinema challenge. Tomorrow was the day where it looked very, very possible. It's very hard to find showings on early in the morning because there's a lot of horrors out I want to see, Maxine and Longlegs, but they're not going to show Longlegs at 10:30 in the morning. So I think you have to get till about 1 o'clock for that one. So that one, it could be open to do Saturday. I'm trying to get back to the 100 movie poster challenge. We've got the Great Escape to do. That should be coming out Saturday, so I might be able to watch that one tonight. And that's about it. So hopefully more Comic Cons, more vlogs, and loads more film and TV stuff. And again, I'm trying to push my TikTok a lot more, trying to get out a lot more TikToks. Aiming for 2 a day now. I was doing 1 a day and just leaving it, but try and get out 2 a day and push it as much as I can. So anything else from you guys before we go?
No, head over to our TikToks if you haven't already, over from YouTube to TikTok, because we are busy on there. But yeah.
See what the chat is saying. The next Euros will be the biggest distraction. I want to get to a few games. Yep. So next, or that'll be. I think you're talking about the World Cup. If you're going to America in 2 years, I take it you're going to America. I think you mean America. I think you mean the World Cup. Corey's really looking forward to Longlegs. Yeah, Nicolas Cage is the monster, whatever it is. So it looks really, really messed up. So excited. Yeah, and Trap. Yeah, Trap looks. Yeah, I'm buzzing for Trap. Hopefully, there are a few twists with Trap. But anyway, guys, thank you for everyone that's tuned in tonight. The chat has been really, really good, and the fun and games have been really great tonight. Joe and Coombsy done really well there. We'll do a giveaway for you guys. So do comment #gross on this video, and we'll put you in a giveaway for next week. I'll get a nice bundle together. I've got a lot of Funko Pop boxes that fit 6 in. So I'll whack 6 in for you guys. I'll do a nice big giveaway. If you could hit that thumbs up button, guys, for this stream, that'd be brilliant. And the chat is still going after the World Cup. Still going. But thank you everyone for watching tonight, and we will see you next week. Come on, England. It's coming home.